where are you at? Like what city and state are you in? And are you cooking dinner? Are you probably you're sitting with a notepad and a pen getting ready to like take some serious notes. But so pop in the chat where you're from and welcome. We're going to get started. So, Brad's already recording. It's awesome. So we are going to be literally showing you guys how to get started sharing this gift with others. And so welcome. A lot of you are brand new. I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you are a brand new health coach. If you're still waiting for your kit even, put a 2. I would love to just extend a really warm welcome to our family. We do this together. So congratulations for your own health journey and for making the decision to pay it forward to the people that you care about. And we're going to show you tonight just how simple and fun this can be. So I've got some people that are going to be sharing with me. I have a co-host, Allison. Pop off mute, Al, and say hi. Oh, I love it. We've already found out how to talk to me. Hey, Allison. Allison's joining us from Idaho. Allison and I have been friends for a long time. So, all right, guys, if you have figured out how to draw on the screen, you can also erase it if you can find the erase button. And then there's also a chat area. So feel free to find that chat, say hi. And also, there's a mute and an unmute. So if you see a microphone and it doesn't have a red line through it, that means we can hear all that's going on around you. So I want to double check right now. Do you have a little red line through there? All right, let's get started and have some fun. Welcome to the team. I can only imagine where some of you might be right now and what you might be feeling. I've been a health coach for almost 10 years, but I still can't forget that feeling that I had when I first decided to do this and I got my kit. I was like, a little hesitant, didn't know quite where to start. Thought maybe I needed to know all the answers when really I didn't. So we're going to really kind of walk you through that tonight, help you get a really good start, help you know what your next steps are. And first thing I'd like to do is have some people just like you who just got started, but maybe they're like a month or a few months ahead, share a little bit about their stories. So we've got 3 people who are going to pop on and share. Ron, I'm going to have you come off mute and just share a little bit about yourself. Just a quick kind of snapshot of what has this journey of health coaching been for you, and what's one tip that you could give all these guys on the line tonight, kind of wondering where to get started.
Absolutely. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I'm at a Starbucks waiting for my wife to come in at the airport.
We can totally hear you.
Oh, good. It's because of my earrings. So my name is Ron. I've actually been health coaching for a lot of months, but it wasn't until July that I really stopped making excuses. It's straight up what happened. And I had met Don, I had met Brad. I'd known Brad for a lot of years at this point when I decided to be a coach. And I had met Don through their social circle. And the first thing I thought of was, these are good people. These are real human beings who really love people and want to actually care for folks. And that is a big reason I wanted to do this. Then there was my own health journey. I lost 35 pounds on this process for a variety of reasons. I mean, the reason I lost weight wasn't because I felt like I needed to lose weight. I needed to do it for my mental health, and it worked. So when I decided to coach, I had the sickness that lots of people have, which is there is some excuse that their system that Optavia teaches to coach isn't going to work for me in particular. I kept thinking, like, there's some reason I know better. There's some reason I'm just a little smarter. There's some reason their system isn't going to work for me. And then I went to convention in July, and I saw over and over and over again people who let go of their excuses, who stopped telling themselves that same story that I just told you about myself, and they found a tremendous amount of success by helping a lot of people. And I looked at my coaches, Matt and Ashley, I was like, guys, tired of making excuses. And it wasn't long before I became ED. And you know, God willing, I'm on track to do that again this month, knock on wood, all that stuff. And I feel great. I just do the system. If I could tell you to do one thing, if I could go back in time and tell myself to do it, I would say, just believe my coaches. believe my coaches, let go of my excuses, let go of the things in my head telling me I somehow know better, and just trust them. They've been down the path a long time.
I love that, Ron. Thank you for sharing. I remember, yeah, just letting go of the excuses and saying, I'm willing to follow the steps that you give me. And congratulations, because some of you might not even know what executive director is, which Ron said ED. We'll cover that a little bit later. Just a touch of it, but basically Ron's helping a lot of people, like 18 to 19 people, and qualifying for the cruise probably. So way to go, because literally you just dove in August. So that is what's possible. So thank you and congratulations. I'd love to bring Lori off next just to share a little bit about her story and maybe give you a tip. Lori, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey.
How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm good. I feel all the momentum. 300 people on. We are having a good time.
Great. So a little bit about my story. I actually, one of my really good friends, I saw she had been losing weight, so we chatted. I started program about a month before my 30-year high school reunion, but I didn't share anything in the beginning. I went ahead and signed up to be a health coach a couple weeks after I started program for the sole reason of I wanted to help my husband lose weight. So I've lost 45.9 pounds and my husband is down 51. So we're so close to our 100 pound together. I can't wait to post that because that's huge for us right now. My husband's health was really, really poor. He has just changed so much that I just can't even express the gratitude for this program. I mean, he even said feels like he's actually living again. So for us as a couple, it's been amazing. So it's been awesome. So as a health coach, I originally did not earn my CAB bonus because, like I said, for the first 30 days, nobody really knew what I was doing. But I was okay with that. I was fine with that. I wanted to help my husband originally, but then I started looking into the systems. I get up and I do the breakthrough boot camps. I do the coffee and consistency. I'm there every morning. I do the Zooms. I do everything because everything is there to help you. There's the simple systems. There's the checking in with clients. There's the text. I mean, there's just so much there that you don't ever have to second guess. If anything, it's maybe talking to your business coach about like, where is this thing? Because I can't find it. But believe me, there is more than enough information there for you to be able to utilize. And that has made it huge for me. And then increasing, transforming, showing my friends and family other stories. And just people watch you. People are watching, whether you know they're watching you or not. They're watching your transformation. They are watching your story. And it may take them some time to get to that point where they want to talk to you about it. It was very hard for me to post my before and after picture. It took me about a good 30 days or a little more than that because it was kind of shocking for me at first to post that. But I needed to be vulnerable. I needed to put my story out there to show people what they can accomplish. So I would say the keys for me is definitely staying in contact with my coaches, and also literally those trainings are key for me because they just get me motivated, especially those Saturday mornings. 7 a.m. I'm like, let's go. Let's get motivated. So those have been helpful for me a lot. So that's what I would share. If I could share it with these new coaches, you guys will do great, and good luck.
Oh, that's awesome. Lori, thank you so much for sharing. And yes, you hit on so many things. Y'all, if you think that our client support communities are amazing, welcome to the coach support community. Because like Lori said, we rally around you and we provide everything you guys need. So it's just at your fingertips. So good job, Lori. And thank you so much for sharing. Last person who I'd love to bring on just to share real quick is Kelly. Now, Kelly has a little bit different story. I don't want to share her thunder, but she just barely got started as a coach. And you better bet that girl earned her CAB, and she's helping several people because she jumped right into the systems that we're going to show you guys tonight. She jumped right in and just followed her mentor, who happens to be Allison, my co-host. So Kelly, do you want to pop on and share a little bit just for a minute about how is this how have the systems been helping you? And then what's your tip?
Hey everybody. Hey Dawn, thanks for having me. And yes, Allison's my awesome coach. And I have been coaching just since August, so pretty new over here. And I've been a client since June and lost about 25 pounds on my journey. And really started my journey as a client first because I'm a big backpacker and was having a really hard time reaching my goals backpacking. So I reached out to my friend Allison, and she was telling me a little bit about what she does, and I was very intrigued. So I'm pretty new at what I'm doing, and I'm a manager right now, almost making my way to executive director. And I will just say that I work full-time. I'm a full-time employed person who works my booty off, but coaching for me is a chance to try something new, and I'm hoping in a year I will be in a different place than I am now and have replaced my income, and I'm sure even more in about a year, so check back then. But I will say, like Lori and Ron were mentioning, don't overthink it. Yes, there's going to be a lot of information that you have access to once you become a coach, but really lean on your mentorship team and your own coach first. 2 tips I'll leave, an inward tip and an outward tip. Inward, lean on your inside support, your mentorship team, your coach. They have walked this path before you. They know exactly where you need to be and what you need to do. Just can't emphasize that enough. Allison helped me reach my cab right away. That was super exciting. They are successful for a reason, so lean on them. And then my outward tip is, like Lori was mentioning, live out loud, live your health out loud on social media or whatever your platform is. People are watching you. People are going to be inspired by your own journey, and they will reach out. As soon as I started doing that even more and following the systems, I've been helping a lot more people that way. So those are my 2 tips, and thanks for having me, and thanks.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Lori, that was awesome. Love the inward tip and the outward tip. And yes, live out loud. Nobody knows what you have to offer if you keep it to yourself, right, Lori? Nobody knows what it is that, that we have in our community. So anyways, all right, who is ready to get into the details tonight and like really dive in and like, what are those next steps? Lori, Ron, Kelly, thank you so much for sharing. Absolutely gold tips. So y'all, we're all more alike than we are different. And seriously, what they all shared is pretty much, we could probably hop off right now and y'all be good. So let's dive in and actually cover some things. So I'm going to kick it over to my beautiful co-host, Allison, to really cover what the foundation is and some of the keys to success as you're just getting started. So Allison, why don't you share a little bit of that with us?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, wonderful shares, and just some quick tips moving forward. Keys to success, like we were saying, the basic foundation are all of these keys right here. When you start as the health coach, you get a brand new welcome email in your inbox, and just know that everything you need to know, it's like the Mecca. It's everything you need. Of course, your health coach, your business coach is going to keep referring you back to it. So just know that it's a great resource, but you don't have to know all of it at once. It's a little overwhelming. And then your business coach, like what Kelly and Ron and Lori were saying, they truly are your most valuable resource. They know what the next steps are for you in your business, and they're the ones who are going to share with you. And so just like Kelly was saying, when I first started, I was a little OCD. I felt like I needed to know everything. And Dawn was like, slow down. I promise. I got your back. I'm going to tell you share with you exactly what you need right when you need it. And so take a seat, relax just a little bit, and know that your coach has got you. Our model is an apprenticeship style, which basically means we're going to do this for you and with you. How cool is that, right? Like, I get to watch people do this, and then I get to do it. It's super fun that way. We keep it upbeat. You're going to have assistants, just like I said. And then the other thing to remember is that sometimes when we start working on a business, we kind of lose sight a little bit of our personal health. And just know that your personal health is a huge part of all of this. And if your health is on point, then it's a lot easier to show up authentically and to help people. And then also having a heart to help and provide value to people. You don't have to come into this knowing absolutely everything, but definitely with a heart wanting to help others. And I can't say enough, you guys, follow the stinking system. I am a rule breaker. I came from an old past life job where I'm kind of a know-it-all, I'll say it. And I wanted to do things my way, right? Like I'm super analytical, I can do it better. It did not serve me. I did not earn my cab. I'm an overachiever who did not earn their cab, and that burned. So, reminder to just follow the system. And you know why? It freaking works.
Mm-hmm. It sure does. And you know what? You're now achieving all those things because you just dove right in and followed the system. So I love it, you guys. Okay, so put a 3. I think we're at 3. Put a 3 in the chat if you've got your health coach kit in your hot little hands. Like, did it come in the mail? Is that not the funnest mail to get? Is like open it up and it's not a bill or anything. It is your health coach kit. We all had the same one. So whether you are seeing people be super, super successful or you're doing, your people are going slower, like we all have the same gift in our hands, right? We all bought the same health coach kit. So what you do with it is totally up to you, but you know what? You got it for a reason and it's because you want to help people. So it's awesome. There's so many great things in there to help you get organized. There's the binder, you can see that in the back. There's actually one right behind me here in the office I'm in. There's some things to help kind of brand you as a health coach, a really cool water bottle, but guess what's not in that kit? There's no clients in there. It would be really weird if there were, but there aren't any. And so that kit is awesome. And thankfully it comes in 2-day shipping. So probably a lot of you have the kit. So I'm seeing lots of 3s, lots of 3s. Now, some of you are still waiting for it, but guess what? You do not have to wait till you have that in your hands to get started. Because like Allison said, you got an email that has everything in it that you need. Honestly, the only thing you need is some health assessments because we're going to start talking to people. We're going to start getting on the phone and sharing. That's the first step. And you don't even need to have your kit to do that. The first step is getting into action and actually sharing with people, hearing what it is that's important to them, helping them get started. So if you've got your kit, that's great. You can kind of get it out and get organized, but we're going to talk about what we've already heard a few people mention, that this CAB, right? What is that? Anyone like curious? What's that? So your CAB is something that within your first 30 days, if you help 5 people, and honestly, a lot of people help more, and a lot of people do this way before their 30 days. I have seen people do this in 1 day. I've also seen them do it in a week. But anyways, it's if you help 5 of your friends and family get healthy, you're going to make not only $100 bonus, but also the income on that equals about $456 just within your first month or your first week, if you really dive into the systems that we're going to teach you tonight. So how awesome is that? I know a lot of people get started. I know I got started just to help my dad, but I fell in love with it. And pretty soon I was helping like 8, 9, 10 people. And the fact that it was paying for my program, I can tell you that my husband was really impressed with that. And then that also is a huge thing because a lot of our clients are going to want to pay for their program too. So this is a gift that we have to give, and also we can give it to others to give. So in your first 30 days, that's what the client acquisition bonus is. And you guys, this is so doable, absolutely doable. And I also kind of want to touch on, because you've also heard Ron and Kelly mention like their next step is executive director, and Ron's already hit it 1 month. Congratulations. This will be your second. But basically, there's a lot of ranks and a lot of like compensation things. We don't really go into that because we are so much about helping people. And you'll see that tonight through the training. I mean, our integrity and our vision is just really about serving people. But help your first 5 people. That's your CAB. It's about $450 a month. Guess what? Help 7 to 10, and that's between $600 and $900 a month. Imagine what that could do in your life. Would that be a blessing? Help 10 to 14, $900 to $1,300. And what Kelly was talking about, which girl, it's going to happen way sooner probably than a year. But that next step of $2,000 to $3,000 a month, that's oftentimes a full-time income. And that's just helping like 16 to 18 people. And then honestly, probably having a few people come on as coaches, because you know what? We don't live in a vacuum. And when we start to get healthy, people start to notice, just like they noticed for you. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys what the possibilities are. One thing that's very cool is that your health coach, your mentor, will only give you one goal. And that's that first CAB, right? We really want people to earn their CABs. We want them to help their first 5 people in their first 30 days, because that is where you learn so much. That's where you're going to learn how to take care of as many clients as you choose to take care of. And you can help 5 people or you can help 500. It's totally up to you. You'll never feel pushed by your mentor. What we want is to find out what matters to you and help you do that. So if there's an income on here that would make a difference for you, or there's a number of people that's on your heart to help, reach out and let your health coach know, because they know how to get there and they will guide you. All right, I'm going to kick it back over to you, Allison, because this is your zone.
Yeah. So I love sharing about this because sharing and caring is way more fun than selling and telling, right? I mean, kind of like I was saying before, it's important to have a heart to serve others, but also, I mean, I started this business as a business, right? So there's a little ebb and flow there, but the truth is we really are about sharing and caring versus the selling and telling. You'll find this is true when you're mentoring, and we don't talk about products and we don't talk about recruitment. I mean, has anyone ever heard anyone talk about that, like selling and products and recruitment? It's kind of yucky, wouldn't you say? So the way that we share the program is really getting on the phone, asking people what they want, and awakening them to what's possible. And once we know what they want and why they want it, we get to really share what's possible for them, instead of selling and telling. So most of the time when someone asks what I'm doing, I don't tell them Optavia or I don't send them to a website. And it's not because I'm trying to be inherently like not honest. It's just I want to hear what they want and why they want it so that I can help them move forward. So you don't have to be a salesperson to do this. In fact, sometimes if you are a salesperson, you might want to go back and reset with your mentor. Right, Dawn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's really about finding out what matters to people.
Mm-hmm.
Who is so happy that you don't have to be good at selling anything? I'm a nurse that was my trade was before. And I swear I couldn't probably sell an ice cube in the desert. So this was nice that I didn't have to even worry about that. I actually just got to dive in and care about people and care about what mattered to them. So anyways, Allison, let's go on to actually helping people get started thinking about who's on their heart, because I know you got started for a reason, and I know there's people on your heart. So who are those people? In fact, if you just take a couple seconds right now, grab out a piece of paper or grab out your phone, I want you to think about the first 5 to 7 people that you think could use the program. They've probably already maybe asked you about it. Maybe they're the people complimenting you at work. You know what? For those of you that maybe haven't had weight loss stories, a lot of people notice our energy. They notice how happy we are. Maybe they notice that you're just melting before their eyes. But basically, we help people with body, mind, and finances. And so you can literally probably fill sheets and sheets of people that would come onto your mind. But we really want to know, who are those first 5 to 7 people, and how would this change their lives? And basically, you create a list. Allison, remember you created a list in the very beginning, and you know what? Guess what? You didn't just put it on the shelf and leave it there. This is a list, you guys. Even 10 years down the road, I have a list and I carry it with me. It is like this free-flowing who's on my heart. I add to it daily. There's always people noticing different things. You really get good at listening for, how we could be a solution in someone's life. So add to it every time, but please don't skip this step. It's one of the very most important steps is take a moment, take just 10 minutes, and write down who is on your heart. And try to get all of them that you can think of. Maybe even grab your phone and scroll through it. Go to your Facebook, scroll through it. If you've posted something, it'll be the people that have liked and commented. But you're going to be adding to this every day. All right, Allison, I'm going to kick it back over to you to kind of talk about what do we do once we've got our 5 to 7 people that we want to share with. Mm-hmm. What?
Right. So I think that there's 2 types of people. There's your list that you're ready to share with, and then there's the people who are kind of bombarding you with questions, right? Has anyone, raise your hand or put a 1 in the chat if people ask right away, how much does it cost? What does it work? What's the name of it? What's your website? And just want to reiterate again that before you go into the how of what we do, we really do start with the why. And until we have to know what someone wants in order to help move them forward. Right, Dawn?
Absolutely.
Hey, read my mind.
We really want to get to their why before we show them anything else, because the rest of it doesn't really matter unless we know what matters to them and how we can help them get there.
Yeah, so the why, your business coach, your mentor is going to help you with this. And what it looks like is we do it three-way style. And the reason why is that some of us have been doing this a little longer. We know what works. We know a little bit nuances kind of to help kind of shift the conversation and to really get to the bottom of what someone wants and why they want it. And it's a skill, but you learn it as quick as possible by doing it together. So you're going to do it with your partner, with your mentor. And you're going to find out what's important to them. You're going to listen, something I'm not always good at sometimes, but working on that. So you're going to listen and ask lots of questions to get to the bottom of what it is that they want and why they reached out to you.
Yeah, and it's really your opportunity, you guys, to learn. So don't skip this step. And you've probably heard me say that a couple of times. Have you noticed? It's step by step. But don't skip this step, because this is really where you get to hear how your mentor coach walks them through sharing the program, finding out what's important, and we'll walk you through how to invite them to that tonight too. So what is a three-way call? Like, how do you do that, Allison?
Yeah, so what a three-way call is as well, it's a three-way call. And the way you set it up, you guys get together with your support team. They're going to help you with some words. There's probably going to be a little bit of back and forth. You don't want to make this yucky and weird, but once you get on the three-way call, it's usually a call, or sometimes it can be Zoom, or sometimes it can be in person, although typically it's actually on the phone, and you're going to set it up. You're going to do about 4 to 6 of them so that you get to hear them. They're all different, right? Every call's different. So you want to do a few of these so that you get into the groove and start to get that momentum. And as far as when, figure out a time that works for you. When people reach out to you, don't panic. There's no emergency. You don't have to like hop on the phone right away. Get together with your support team and you guys can set out times, some clear times that work for each of your schedules. And who it's going to be you, it's going to be the person who wants to know more, and then it's going to be your mentor coach. And then how you want to take this to the phone. We have a document that shares with you how to bring people to the phone, kind of some back and forth on social media. But better yet, what I love, I like screenshotting. When someone wants to screenshot, how should I respond? I love that, but there's also a document to use. And when you get on to do the three-way call, really what it's going to look like is you're going to have a copy of a health assessment, a blank health assessment. If you don't know where that is, it's in your welcome email. Right? And get together with your support team. They'll help you with that. Have a pen and paper and sit down in a quiet place so that you can take notes and be present. The whole point of this three-way call is for you to learn, for us to be able to pass on that skill so that you become a master at doing these so that you can teach it. How cool is that? And so sometimes life happens, but if it's super crazy in the background, you're not learning. So do the health assessment, keep it in your binder. After you're done, either they become a client or they go into your follow-up pile. And then also, before I move on, I forgot to mention the pre-funk, which all that means is that before you get on a three-way call, you're always going to get on with your mentor coach and kind of give a little backstory for a few minutes. You do the three-way call, they're mostly going to lead it, and then afterwards you do a quick debrief. And don't skip that step. That's where you're really going to learn. Did you notice how I did this or how I did that, and what did you think of that? And so it's a great way to glean and learn. And the most important thing, I love the end of this, you'll find your voice. I think that sometimes what people try to do is when they're learning, they take a whole bunch of notes and write down everything you say. But the thing is this will become your authentic voice the more and more you practice.
Absolutely. Thanks, Allison, for sharing that. And here's some actual tangible tips on how you do it. So, how do you invite to a three-way conversation? Well, let me tell you, it's super simple. It's super easy if you think about it like this. I'm just inviting someone that I care about or someone that reached out. They reached out and they want to know. I'm inviting them to chat with my friends. My health coach, I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. So you know what? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you reached out. I can't wait for you to meet my coach. I wouldn't be where I was without them. I'm just learning the basics. So I want to invite them on so that they can really hear and help us find together what's going to be the best plan that's going to fit your goals, because they help me figure it out for me. And so I know they can help us. And so do you see how that's not even perfect? It's not even exactly what's written on the screen, but there's that document that's going to help you do that. But just remember, keep it simple, keep it really not so over professional, you guys. Like, remember, speak as if you were speaking, like if it's in your voice. So whether it's on Messenger, use your own little emojis, use your own voice. But the bottom line is make it you. And don't worry, people will reach out. People will watch you. I saw a comment in the chat where I've reached out to a lot of people and they haven't, responded back. Don't worry about it. Put them in your follow-up. Guess what? Those people get added onto your list. Oh yeah, they do. And you get to reach back out and just be in their lives, because it actually takes 10 to 12 touches, you guys. And a touch is like liking their picture and commenting on it. Sending them a little note. Hey, I was thinking about you. You reached out a little while ago. Would love to connect if you're still, curious about taking your health further. Just any kind of a little touch. So your coach will walk you through that. But basically, keep it simple. Like Al always says, don't be weird. Be you. And what you're going to be hearing on those calls. So a lot of you've already done. I would love for you guys, if you've done some health assessments and they are rocking your world, please put a 5 in the chat. Maybe share a little tip or a little thing that you're loving about them. But you know what? They are conversational. We're going to be talking to people about what are they looking to accomplish? When's the last time they were there? Oh my gosh, I love it. Y'all who are listening to the recording, the chat is blowing up right now. When's the last time you were there? How will your journey impact the lives of people around you? You want to get them thinking about what's their life going to look like when they're healthier. What does success look like to them? Everybody gets to define that for themselves. And then here's a big one we always do. Ask, what does a typical day look like for you? So we're having a conversation, we are getting to what's important to them, what their day looks like, what their life looks like now, so that we can help make the match. And then after a 3-way call, Allison already went over this. We don't really need to spend much time. Hop back on with your mentor. You're going to debrief. You're going to file that health assessment. They're probably going to become a client, but if not, you're going to put them where you're going to be following up. Remember, a no just means not yet. Remember, an unanswered message from you just means not yet. Life is busy, you guys. So I just have to say, whatever it is you're telling yourself in your head, probably not true. You're not bothering them. They reached out to you, okay? We don't want to let anyone fall through the cracks. We want to show up and show people that we love them enough to follow up. So send a classy follow-up text after you get off the phone with someone. Loved chatting with you. Cannot wait to help you when you're ready. Or I'm so excited. Your kit's going to be ordered here soon. I'll start sending you some messages and we'll get you going. So follow up, provide value regularly, and then we're going to kind of chat about how to start them well. Because I bet a lot of you are having a lot of these conversations and starting some clients. So what we do is we do what's best for our clients, and we place their first orders. We facilitate that first order because they have just made possibly one of the single most important decisions of their life. They have decided to take hold of their health and to change their future. And so the last thing we want to do is give them something to do that's going to confuse them. So we don't send them to our website and have them order for themselves. We order for them. We get 1 of 2 variety kits. Usually it's the Optimal Health Essentials kit. And now, you guys, they've even got kits that have our purposeful hydration in them. So it's just amazing. If on the health assessment, you're learning that water is one of the hardest things for them to get in, and it's a habit they really want to work on, then that might be a kit to get for them. But we always facilitate that. And then a lot of you are like, well, when do we send them to our websites? We've got these beautiful websites and I'm so excited about it. Well, we send it to them after they're already a client. When they're ready to place that second order and customize their second month's menu, that's when we send them to our website. Okay? Not before, not when it's going to, kind of confuse them, or when they could probably accidentally order. So and sometimes, especially in the beginning, you guys, I made this mistake. I sent my website out to people because it was really uncomfortable getting on the phone and, it's busy. Guess what? They either went away because it was really overwhelming to them and they were like, whoa, I don't even know what all that is. I just kind of wanted to talk to Dawn about what she's doing. Or they went ahead and ordered and got assigned to a different coach. That always made me really sad because I was like, oh, I really love you and I want to be part of your journey. So that's why we don't send them the website first, because it's just really not in their best interest. But after you've chatted with them and done a health assessment, then you can absolutely, and probably signed them up, then you can send it over when they're ready to order their second month. Allison, I'd love for you to share a little bit about the power of your story, because you guys, we all have one. And like we were sharing in the beginning, like Lori shared, she didn't tell anyone for that first month, so nobody got started. And then when she started sharing her story and being a little vulnerable, oh my goodness, everybody started and wanted to hear more. So Allison, share a little bit about how our stories, our own unique stories, play a part in this, and how, really it's not about us, it's about other people.
Right. So I love this part because for those of you who've been coaching for a little bit, or you've done a health assessment, you know that there's a little piece on the health assessment that reminds you to share a little bit about your story. And what that is, you guys, is this is just you're touching base. You're bringing your authentic voice to what Optavia has done for you. Almost like before Optavia, I was this, and now that I found Optavia, I'm this. And so it's a 1 to 2 minute version, very condensed. And sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get a little passionate and talk a little too long. So the best way to really find the power of your story is to practice it and to share it and to remember that your own authentic story is going to speak to so many people. If you spend a lot of time talking about this, and if you make your story about them, people's eyes kind of glaze over, and you can't move kind of past that. You lose them a little bit. So practice this well, make it real, and you're going to find that it's going to really inspire a lot of people.
Yep, it will. And you'll get bolder and you'll start sharing it out loud. You know, we say live out loud, and that means whether you're at a party or you're at the grocery store or you're sharing on your own social media, just share little snippets of your story, because you never know what piece of your story is going to possibly unlock someone else's story and resonate with them. So I love that, Allison. And remember, it's really all about them. I do remember in the beginning when I would just all about me, talking about how, you know, I lost this much and oh my gosh, I love it. And I started going into the details of the program, and I literally, their eyes would glaze over. And then I learned to say, you know what? I'm loving it. It's changing so much. I have more energy. I'm down 30 pounds and that's amazing. Tell me about you. What are you looking for? Starting a conversation with them is what's most important. All right, action steps. Who's ready for some action steps? You guys are all excited to like get off this Zoom and get into action. So first step is right after we get off tonight, and this is kind of as we're wrapping up, connect with your mentor and set up what your next steps are. Maybe you know from watching this where your next steps are, or what you're excited to go back and jump back into the step-by-step process in, and that's great. Invite the next 5 people that you've already identified from your list to a 3-way conversation with your coach. Just do it. Just jump right in. Do that within the next 24 hours. So if you make one commitment to yourself tonight, it would be, I am going to invite 5 people to a conversation with my coach. Complete 2 or 3 health assessments this week, and then debrief each call with your coach so that you can really fully learn. A couple of bonus tips. I carry my binder everywhere. So you guys might, anyone who knows me, this is not my office. I'm traveling in Utah, visiting friends, getting ready to go to a training, actually with Dr. A in a couple of days. But I have a binder with me, and I've got health assessments, extra ones. So print off 10, 15 of those health assessments, keep them with you, because you never know when you're going to have someone call and want to chat, and your mentor is going to be available, and you might jump on a 3-way call in the parking lot at Nordstrom, or outside the gym, or outside work, or on your lunch break. So always be prepared. Stick with your business coach. They are going to give you everything you need. I know it's tempting to want to know everything and to want to be fully prepared, but you guys, this truly is a learn as you go business. So we've got your back, and we will show you every step of the way. Get right into action. Look for people who are looking for a solution. And here's one thing. Second action thing, if you make one commitment tonight, commit to this. If you are not yet senior coach, if you have not yet earned your CAB, either one of those, commit to sharing one healthy, inspiring post per day on your social media. Make it public. Ask your mentor if you want some ideas on how or what to share, but share one every day until you have your first 5 clients. Okay? Commit to doing that. And then utilize the trainings, like Lori and Kelly and Ron all said in the beginning. The trainings are gold, and you will stay plugged into this community, plugged into those next steps. And honestly, the energy is so like it just permeates. You will have a lot more success the more of those trainings you plug into. Be social on social media. Make a lot of connections. This is about making connections and building relationships. After 3 to 4 or 5 calls, you might want to jump into what you might hear a lot of us doing, or you might notice that your mentor coach posts 3 times a day, or maybe even more than that. You might want to ease into that or start right away. We call that a 3, 3, and 3. And if you're gung-ho and you're excited and you want to know if that's the right fit for you, then reach out to your mentor. Literally, I think you probably heard that 300 times tonight. Your mentor can help you. They want to help you. They want you to reach out and ask. and they will help you every step of the way. So congrats, you guys. So excited you're here. Hang on for about 2 more minutes because I'm going to bring Brad on because he has a special announcement for you guys tonight. So Brad, my health coach, my mentor, I'm sure all of you guys know him, or if you don't, you will. Brad, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right, you guys. Awesome job tonight. Love the chat. Just want to say to all you new coaches, welcome. Love the stories at the very beginning. Lori, Kelly, Ron. Just loved it because it's predictable what happens if you dive in. So there's so many different directions I want to go, but I want to make sure we end up on time here today. Allison, Dawn, you covered the basics. Like literally jump in, do the steps. I know all of us, like I was scared. I wasn't actually wanting to be the coach when I got started. I just knew this program had changed my family's life. I knew my wife wanted to coach, and I knew I wanted to help people do the same thing that I had done with my health. I was scared, so scared when I got started. Maybe you're not scared. Maybe you're better than where I was at. But what I want to say is dive in, do the steps. There's a reason why, there's a reason behind everything we do because we're really good at making transformation. We want to help you transform your business, your life. We want to help you transform other people's lives. So this is probably one of the best times to start coaching. So I want to congratulate you all for getting started right now. How many people will you save from going into another holiday season where they don't want to be? How many stories here, I'm just looking at the chat as we've gone through here, people that I remember what it was like when they started coaching and now they're thriving. And actually, just to prove that point, if you're an executive director or higher, I know this is a new coach training, but I know a lot of people never stop focusing on the basics. If you're an executive director or higher, please put a 1 in the chat real quick. I just want to see all those people. And you guys can say yes to feeling what it was like when you guys started coaching. So because it's this season, because it's such a great time, and because we just want to encourage you to dive in, like what story will be written because you stay consistent during this time and accomplish that first win. Well, we want to make it really easy for you. Ashley and I have been beyond blessed by this, the amount of people's lives we've got. So we want to make sure that you guys get a double reward for helping your first 5 clients. So double cab incentive, because here's kind of the twist on it. So they do the cab. I love our company. They know that you'll do better as a coach if you get your cab. You start your first 5 clients. You're going to do the hands-on calls. You're going to feel like a champ by the time you, like, it's always my favorite question to ask a senior coach is, do you feel more confident now in your health assessments? And they're like, yeah, come to think of it, I do. I feel like I can help anybody now. You got your first earning, you got your first 5, people get healthy, probably more, and then you're feeling really confident, and this business is built, 5 people changing their life at a time. And the company knows that you'll do better, so they create that incentive. We want to double create that incentive. So if you get your cab by Friday, the 26th, Ashley and I will personally double your cab, and that's because we're going to start coffee and consistency. And for those that are new, this is what it is. So like Laura, you were mentioning those Saturday trainings. So we have large trainings or we do just our community. For this next season, we are going to show you we go step by step how to share, how to create connection. Allison generally does the bringing it to the phone because she's a pro at this. We go over all the nuances of exactly what to do to fine tune and be confident in how to transform life, how to coach really well, and how to keep it simple. And actually, another chat here, if anyone on here has tuned into a full series and it has radically transformed your business from tuning in during a season, put a 2 in the chat so people can know the power of what it's done for your business. All right, so we're going to start our next series it's going to be 6 weeks, and we're going to start it at the end of this month, so October 27th. So not this weekend. This gives you a week, almost 2 weeks, to get your cab. If you get it by then, we will double it. And that'll really help because really the best place to jump into this training series is after you've helped your first 5 people. If you're not quite there yet, it'll all be good. But rock and roll and join us during that. We're going to go over how to keep it simple, how to get your structure, how to really bring up coaching early. If you're coaching really well, you'll see the matches for it. All the ins and outs so that you know how to transform lives at the highest level. So we're going to kick that off this season. We're also going to do a little bit of sprinkling on how to really up your social media game to really influence and bring value, and also how to coach your clients during maybe not a straight shot season because the holidays throw a little bit of a wrench, but if you coach your clients well, I promise you it'll be a game changer. So that's going to be the focus during that season. Don, anything you want to add? Because that's what we're going to jump into at the end of this month, and I promise you if you tune in, what's going to come in the new year, yes, you'll excel your business before 2018 is over. But what you do in this season, the reason why we're doing this training series, is your new year, your 2019 will be built on what you do during this season. I'm just looking at the chat, I'm watching all the people, and I'm looking at the lives. A lot of people have come home from jobs. All the lives that they've changed was built during this season last year. So I'm really excited for all you new coaches. You couldn't have been coming at a better time. So I'm looking forward to the season ahead. And the last thing about it all is the systems work. So we have all the trainers that run over 10,000 frontline volume. That means they support a good amount of clients and they sponsor at a good rate. They do the training because everyone does the exact same thing. They follow steps. So our trainers are our local big thinkers and above. So that's what we'll be doing starting at the end of October. All right, now I'm back to you.
I love it, Brad. Thank you so much. I don't know if there's anything else I can add to that, except I know people are probably so excited to get off, go into action, connect with your health coach. And Brad, you're so right. You guys could not have picked a better time to become a health coach, because so many people make that decision to actually take care of themselves in the next few months. And I mean, you could see the stories of people who chose to change their lives over the holidays. Trust me, if you live out loud and you follow these steps, you will help a lot of people. And this is something that will give you so much more than you can even imagine. So congratulations, you guys. Let's jump off. Let's dive into action. And I can't wait to see everybody on Coffee and Consistency that starts the 27th. So all of you guys who just got started, you can totally be senior coach by then. All right. Absolutely. Hands down. Not a shadow of a doubt. And Brad, thank you so much for just being so generous and always leading the way. And that double cab, that is pretty awesome.
And let me add something, because I had a few questions in the chat here. So I'll even up it. If you have not made senior coach yet, and you start your 5 clients and you hit senior coach before we start Coffee and Consistency, even if you are in a cap, we will give you $100 as a cap. If you just start, if you're one of the 100+ new coaches that have just come on this month, we will give you a double cap, because you will earn your cap if you do that by then. So either one of those scenarios, if you haven't hit senior coach yet and you've been coaching, kind of like what Ron was talking about, he's on the long plan. If you hit senior coach and you haven't yet, we'll get you your secondary cab. We'll get you your cab that you didn't earn in the first place. And if you are a new coach and you get your cab, we'll get you a bonus cab. So great question, Gina. Thanks for asking that in the chat.
Oh my gosh. That is so gracious, Brad. Thank you so much for everyone. That's gonna be awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I think we're done for tonight. Congratulations for showing up for you. Congrats on deciding to take your health to the next level and for becoming part of our community, part of our family. And we can't wait to see you in the Coffee and Consistency. All right. Good night, everyone.
Great call, Allison and Don. That was amazing.
Well, thank you, Brad. This was a lot of fun. Seeing so many people just excited to share this in their worlds. It's amazing. If I had known what this would have been in my life, I would have taken it a whole lot more seriously in the very beginning. So, right?
All right, guys. Get out there, get messy, make the connections, stay consistent. People are looking for change. Don't doubt that. Be a shining light and take the steps. Let's go change some lives. Talk to you guys later.